Welcome to Lithuania, the largest of the Baltic states, and to Vilnius, its capital city. Welcome also to the Vilnius Days festival. Before we see the festival, first let's take a look at the city itself. Vilnius is 300 kilometers inland and surrounded by forests. It is situated on the banks of the river Neris and set among a small range of hills. Lithuania has 4 million inhabitants, and of those, more than 500,000 live in Vilnius. The old town, in its entirety, is registered as a World Heritage by the UNESCO. The architectural styles range from the Gothic to Renaissance to Baroque to Classic. When the Emperor Napoleon first saw St. Anne's Church, one of the best examples of the Gothic period, he wanted to take it with him back to Paris. 80% of Lithuanians belong to the Catholic faith. Vilnius is 20 kilometers from the geographic center of Europe, the crossroads of north, south, east and west. During the Middle Ages, Lithuania was the largest country in Europe. The Grand Duchy stretched from the Baltic Sea in the north to the Black Sea in the south. It was the guard post between east and west. Preparations are in hand for Lithuania to join the EC. Europe is incomplete without Lithuania. In the recent economical growth, Vilnius has attracted more and more investors. With good communications and services, Vilnius has caught the interest of companies willing to settle in the historic surroundings. Here, the market is expanding, helped by forward-looking teams of businessmen and contemporary teams of politicians. Each month sees the opening of new or renovated offices, more restaurants, more hotels. Now that we have wound forward, let's take a little look of the Vilnius Days festival. Vilnius Days means Days of Vilnius. The festival takes place each year in the month of August. It is the largest street festival of all the Baltic states, when over 600 artists from all over the world perform in various events. There are concerts, dances, theatre, mime and pantomime, circus, expositions and competitions, such as the International Air Balloon Competition in 1997. The city itself is cosmopolitan. Rarely will you find a Lithuanian who speaks less than 3 languages. The festival is certainly exotic. In past years there have been artists from Brazil, Italy, France, the island of Martinique, Poland, Russia and Belarus, all supported by a host of talented Lithuanian artists. The artists meet together for a grand parade through the old town. This gives a preview of the festival events. As a tourist attraction, Vilnius compares well with St. Petersburg or with Prague. Vilnius attracts more and more tourists, discovering the city, its beauty, and its friendliness. so well highlighted during the festival. In 1998, the festival will run from August 13th until the 16th. More than 600 artists from more than 10 countries, many cultures, many languages, but language is never a barrier. All kinds of cultures meet in Vilnius during the festival, and everyone will find something to their taste during these days and nights of festivity. The differing cultures blend together, a unique facet of a totally involved city. The most active cultural district of Vilnius Old Town is Užupis, so often compared with Montmartre. It is no small wonder, for the two districts are twinned and share a common prestige. If there's not enough space in the town squares, the streets, or in the parks, you can always set your Shakespearean production on the river. This is The Tempest, outdoor theatre that Shakespeare was so fond of. This performance is by Miraclis, the best street theatre troupe of Lithuania. The Days of Vilnius is an experience you will never forget. The festival is just one affirmation of the positive progress of the country since independence, and that future lies with our children.